Serie, our world.
Hello.
Hi man, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. You alright?
Yeah, all good.
The break is over.
The break is
Almost.
over. And we have 2 wins for Italy, so
Yeah.
not much to complain about. Or is
Well,
there?
well.
Let's see.
Let's start. I mean, first of all, obviously they played France away, and it started with how do we put this? Where they let in that Albania goal so quick was their quickest goal. They decided to let that happen and beat it. So, and it's France scored the 10th. I think they said joint 10th quickest goal in international football. I think it was 13 seconds or something like that.
What's the deal with Italy being the whipping boy for this statistic?
I don't know.
Something about there's got to be something Spalletti's
Well,
going to take a look at here.
It's a mix of, I think, one, that they're not switched on straight away, which has been showing recently, and two, it was another mistake by Di Lorenzo which let them through. Still a good finish in the end, but again, shouldn't even got that far. However, saying that, overall, I think they deserved the result. They won 3-1. DeMarco scored a brilliant goal. And then Fratesi and Raspadori. Fratesi being the main guy for Spalletti. And he also did it again against Israel, opening the scoring. And then Keane getting a goal as well. But they did let in one right in the 90th minute. So they won 2-1 against Israel and 3-1 against France. Which, in the terms of the Nations League, puts them top of that group. So after 2 games, Italy have got maximum points, France and Belgium have got 3 points, and Israel have got 0 at the bottom. So that's that. There's still more international games, but none for Italy now until October, where they will be playing Belgium and Israel, this time both at home. So we'll have to see if they can.
Both Nations League games, are they?
Sorry, say that again.
Both Nations League.
Both Nation Leagues, yes, both in the group. So that's October the 10th and 14th. So there was the France game, which they done well, and you thought if they could build on that and keep that consistent, then great. But I still think against Israel was pretty poor. Still had the chances, comfortable in a way, but 2-0, I don't think is ever really comfortable, and then letting in a goal, no matter who you're against, they've always got the thing going for them, haven't they? So, it's a difficult one to say whether you're happy with it or not. Happy with 6 points, I guess, but overall performances only in the French one, and that again is from coming back from behind, which they seem to want to do quite a bit recently. This needs to stop. They really need to sort themselves out, because they can build on that performance, and instead it looked like they got complacent again and began playing like they used to. Or I say used to before that. It's hard to say. I'd say a 6 out of 10 maybe if I was giving it a rating. And I think that might be being kind as well overall.
Yeah, so they've got some learning to do still. I mean, France, that was a great game overall, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could have scored more as well, so.
Yeah, and it's good. They needed that shot in the arm, so it's great. But hopefully it didn't have a different effect, like overconfidence, and then they get to Israel, play Israel, and then we saw what happened there.
Yeah.
A bit of a lackluster game.
Yeah, and that's why I think, well, obviously I didn't say it on here, but I said to you after that game, I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet. I need to see them doing this consistently, and they didn't. So I'm hoping that's proved a big lesson for them for when they come back for the next round next month, that they go in there and they start picking up their performances and on a consistent basis. If you want, I can just mention about the fixtures coming up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for week 4, the fixtures are going to be starting from this Saturday, September the 14th. Como versus Bologna at 2 p.m. Empoli versus Juve at 5, and then Milan versus Venezia at 7:45. Sunday, the morning game, 11:30, Genoa versus Roma. 2 p.m. Is Torino versus Lecce and Atalanta versus Fior. And then 5 p.m. Cagliari versus Napoli. And then 7:45 Monza versus Inter. And then on Monday, to round the whole week off, or weekend, sorry, Parma versus Udinese 5:30 and Lazio versus Verona 7:45.
Wow. Do you have a pick of that
Yeah, mine would be Atalanta versus Fior at 2 p.m. on Sunday, I would say.
There should be goals.
Should be, yeah. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah,
For me, I'm liking the sound of Lazio Verona.
Yeah,
I think we've not seen everything that Lazio can do. And obviously Verona had that nice start, and we saw them unfortunately controlled by Juventus. So I want to know, was that a one-off blip against a strong team? Have they got fight left in them? So this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, and Milan needs to start picking up points as well. Well, they all do, really. Most teams have to.
Yes, tell me about that. You saw a headline about the nickname given to Milan, the Milan selection come for the next game.
Yeah, it's not really a good one, is it? And it doesn't make any sense either, because they're not British. They are British, but they're not actually British. Yeah, the headline was British Milan ready for the next game or something.
You say that because
they're English rather than British. Yeah, because they're looking to start. Yeah, because they're looking to start Abraham, Loftus-Cheek, and Tomori.
Yeah.
So, oh well, it is what it is. We'll see if that makes any difference.
Maybe they can bring back the English players that were in Serie A in the 90s. Sort of kind of do that again.
Yeah, I think they shouldn't, but that's Serie A as a whole in general. If you need to know, there's a story that's just come out as well. That teenager for Parma, Kowalski, is out for 6 to 8 months, so he's done something bad. I don't know what yet. I haven't bothered to read it. I'm just going through the headlines type thing. Benassia's come back to Italy, but he's in a wheelchair at the moment. So who knows how long? I don't know if that's just for tabloids or he's going to still be out a while. Rayo were looking at Magnon from Milan because he's stalling on his contract. So about getting him next season, not this season. And Zalewski looks like he's joining or has joined Galatasaray from Roma.
Just going back to Magnon.
Yeah.
So Real Madrid, who's their main goalkeeper at the moment?
They've still got Courtois, haven't they? And I can't remember who they had as backup.
So they don't need. Do they need Magnon?
Well, I'm guessing that Courtois is probably going to end. No, they're not trying to get him this season. Obviously, the transfer window's gone, but and I don't think they'll get him in January. They're looking about next season. So maybe Courtois is leaving or he's retiring or whatever, isn't it? So
interesting.
And plus, if he's stalling his contract, they'll be able to get him for cheap, won't they? So
yeah, hopefully he doesn't leave. I think we know he's a good goalkeeper, but and he's part of that spine that we said of Milan that shouldn't be touched, which in the end was. So it's Magnon. Who was it in defence that we said?
Hernandez?
Yeah, Hernandez, Magnon. Tonali was one, wasn't he? But obviously he's gone. Leao, we said also. You don't want that picked apart anymore, do you?
Well, I'll say it's not up to me. It's up to the Milan what they do. But yeah, they need to be stepping up because they've not started well. And I've just checked. It was that I forgot. It's that Lunin, isn't it? It's the other goalie.
Oh, okay.
Andre Lunin. So he's all right, but I don't know. They're just probably thinking about Magnon being their number one or something. So that's the Serie A fixtures. That's the Italy results. Is there anything else you want to talk about before the weekend?
So obviously in an international break, there's a lot of time on our hands, and it coincided nicely with the Fanta Calcio fantasy football. We have a joint team.
Yeah.
We bid the way it works, and I said to myself last time I won't be doing it again because of just how much the bidding process, how much energy it takes from you. So everyone sits there online or in one room, and you're bidding on an auction for your team.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine all the players in Serie A, you go through pretty much most of them to complete your team, and the process takes a long time. Last year it started at around 7 p.m. We finished around 3 a.m. This time I said yes because it started at 2 p.m. I thought, it's not going to take that long, but it ended up dragging until around 9. But overall, I'm happy.
Do you want me to run through the team?
If you got it,
fine. Yeah.
We had our targets. We didn't get a lot of them, but I think we can be proud of that team. And
it's still
once you read it out, I think other people will follow.
Yeah, so in goal, I'll just read it from top to bottom. So goalies, defenders, midfielders, and then forwards. We've got De Gregorio, Carnesecchi, Martinez, DiMarco, Bastoni, Angelino, De Chilio, Messina, Chachawa, Tavares, Chanalonu, Reinders, Neres, Conceição, Fazzini, Brescianini, Retegui, Dia. We're stuck in a wild card with Kamada, Bangula, Mahela, and Motta.
Yeah, Kamada. If he gets games, who knows what can happen?
Yeah.
And we got him for a cheap cut price, so we can't complain. For that team, like I said to you, if Retegui if he's on form and he plays, scores, we're in. We're doing good. But obviously, those that got Lautaro or Vlahovic, pretty much they're going to get some goals.
Yeah, but they may get some goals, but they may be conceding or getting some bookings and more. So.
We've got strength in each position. I think for us to be confident, at least one or two of our strikers has to be scoring. Very happy with that. Let's see how it goes.
Yep. And that's it. And then once the weekend's results have been done, I'll put them up. I've put up the highlights of the Italy games in the season playlist, and then this video I'll put in that playlist, obviously. And then when the results have come through and the highlights are up, I will put them in the playlist as well, and we'll keep doing that for the rest of the season as I have been anyway. So all looking good. Any more for you before we head off?
Well, I do have one question, which is so it's not for this round. I don't think it's for the next one. It'll probably be the one after. We were talking about this last time about going to the game. So I've kind of narrowed it down to it's going to be a Como home game against Verona.
Okay.
Most likely, I think that weekend it's Milan-Lecce. I'm not sure if Monza are at home, but that would be another option.
I don't know if you've made a mistake. Are you sure it's because the Milan... Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bit. Sorry, I'm looking at the weekend before and after. Sorry, because Milan-Lecce is on the Friday. Okay, so that weekend, Como Verona at 2 3 o'clock in Italy on a Sunday.
Yeah. No, it'll be a fine game. I mean, I've not seen Como play before. I don't know what their stadium's like, so yeah, I'm leaning towards that.
Well, if you're there that weekend, I mean, what's the chances you could get to Genoa or Bologna?
No, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, you say Genoa. Is this because I think you said before it could be the derby?
No, not for that. Sorry, that's in the Coppa Italia Genoa derby. I'm on about in Serie A. Genoa playing Juve at home, and then Bologna that evening are playing Atalanta, which I would say is probably the better game to go to if you can. But obviously, it's down to you, innit, and where you can go.
So Genoa playing Juventus.
Or there's the Empoli-Fiorentina, which is the derby.
Yeah.
Which is a derby, sorry.
So Genoa are playing
Juventus,
did you say?
Yeah. Bologna playing Atalanta that weekend. Empoli playing Fior.
It's all the same weekend, right?
This is all same weekend, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you've thrown a couple of curveballs now because I've never. Genoa is one of the main cities of Italy that I have not visited. It's been on my list, so this could be it. This could be. I could do a day trip, seeing as I have to go to Milan. I've got some stuff to pick up from there.
Yeah.
Nothing dodgy, but yeah, that's why I have to sort of be in that area. But you can do a day trip. I could even stay down there. It sounds like a good idea. As I said before, feel free if you want to join. I have extra flight ticket voucher, but
yeah, we'll have to talk about it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that seems all good. Okay. Well, if that's it, I'll get that sorted and I'll post this up and go from there.
Yeah. Just final word. Just one short word before we sign off.
Yeah.
You don't need to think on it too much. Who's going to be the top goal scorer?
Oh.
Capo Canonieri.
Do you know? I don't know. It's a difficult one because Martinez hasn't got off the ground yet. Thuram has, but it's whether he can keep that consistent. But I don't know. I've got a feeling maybe Vlahovic or Lukaku might do something this season.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it, to pick?
Yep. I did feel like betting on Lukaku because under Conte he's amazing and he's already scored, hasn't he?
Yeah, we came on and got an equaliser.
Yeah, but I'm going to say something slightly different. For me, it's going to be Retegui because we need him to.
I'd like to see him be up there. So yeah, that would be ideal as well, and for our fantasy team as well. So yeah, and Italy.
There we go.
Cool. All right, I'll speak to you soon and enjoy the weekend football.
Cheers. See ya.
All right.